Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to talk about titles, video titles, and I'm going to make titles great again. So you probably know that Casey Neistat vlog intro that 90% of YouTube like to copy, but if you are searching for something a little bit more professional or a little bit more cinematic, then you clicked on the right video. I'm going to show you 5 different ways to make your titles look awesome in Premiere Pro and After Effects ordered by difficulty. The first option is the easiest and the last is a bit more complicated, but it's still very doable. So without further ado, let's jump right into Premiere Pro. The font I'm using is called Ailerons and I changed the blending mode to overlay. You can try out a whole bunch of different blending modes, just play around with them until you find something you like. A similar option to this is an animated title. There are a bunch of free ones you can find on the internet where you just need to insert your text in After Effects. The second option is a title that is using 3D perspective to integrate with the environment. It's pretty easy to do in After Effects. You just select CC Power Pin in the effects menu and add the 4 corners. Then move the corners around until it looks good. I added some Gaussian blur because the wall isn't in focus, so the text should also be a bit blurry. The third title is a 3D track title in After Effects. It's pretty similar to our last option, just we can use it in dynamic shots and not only in static shots. It looks super cool and luckily it's pretty easy to do. Just go to the effects window in After Effects and select the 3D camera tracker. Once it's done analyzing your clip, you can just click and drag to select a whole bunch of these tracking points. Now right click and select Create Text and Camera. Now reposition your text, and you might have to tweak the rotation angles a bit to make it fit into the shot seamlessly. I also changed the text's blending mode to overlay and gave it a pinkish color. Here's another example of what you can do with 3D tracking. The fourth title is also pretty similar to the last title, but we're not going to 3D track the whole shot this time, we're just going to track one object in the shot. Go to the start of your composition. In the Tracker tab you just need to select Track Motion and move the square over a very contrasty part of the image. Here I'm using the edge of C3PO's neck because it is pretty dark compared to the background. Hit the little right arrow to start analyzing your shot. After it's done, create a null object and select it as the target in the Tracker tab. Hit apply and after that hit yes. Now all you need to do is click and drag this loop-de-loop onto the null object and boom, your text is motion tracked. You can also do this with animated callout titles, which are really cool. The process is basically the same for these. You just need to drag the loop-de-loop onto the null object for whatever you want to have tracked to your object in the shot. The fifth and final title I'm going to show you is a title that is behind your subject or an object. We can achieve this using the Roto Brush tool in After Effects. Take your clip and duplicate it. Double click it. Now select the Roto Brush tool at the top. Go to the beginning of your clip. Now draw a selection around your subject. Hold Alt to erase parts of the selection. Now take the end of this little black bar and drag it to the full length of your clip. Now click freeze and wait for it to complete. Once it has analyzed every frame, you can add a bit of feather if you want. Then go back to your composition and create your title. Put this between the 2 layers and that's it, you're done. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something. If you did, it would be really nice if you could leave a like on this video, it helps me a lot. If you want to be notified of future videos, you can subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell icon. You can also check out my Instagram, it's FUTC.Coding. I'm actually hosting a giveaway on there right now, so if you want to participate, it's still running for another 6 days. I also have another Instagram account for photography if you're interested in that. I also recently made a scientific video about why UV filters are actually useless. If you want to check that out, you can do that here. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.